Welcome to day three. I hope you are all doing well. I'm fine, and I am excited for today, especially, and I hope you are too. So, today we are going to be executing. So, previously, everything we've been doing before was creating the things that we'll use for today. So, today is the day we show the world, the day we go out to the online world and say, yes, it is time for us to for you to this is I have we have the solution to your problems. So I hope more people are joining in now. I took the time to tag everyone yesterday about, was it yesterday or today, about participation. So please and please, the reason why we are covering so many basics is that I want you to try. Once you realize that you can do it, you can also do something as basic as this. Then you can always, you have more questions, you have more clarity, you have more will to do something even more advanced until you start getting results. That's the truth. Now, day one, we did foundations and offer creation. It's very important that you've seen day one, day two for this to make sense at all. So you had your own converting offer and basic understanding of a sales system. Day two, we did the understanding of the psychology of video ads and how to create converting video ads with AI, which most of you, if not all of you, everyone that has been involved in this training has done so far, and I'm very very happy with the results. The assignments I've been seeing so far, the solution, they are very very nice for first timers. And yes, there's always refinements. I sent so many videos on how you can refine it, get better results, etc, for each and every one of the no, then some of the techniques of video that I use. Then the third one, day 2.5, which was yesterday, I sent you if how to combine those videos, which was, and then how to generate, how to use real product images, how to have more consistency, so I gave a lot of advanced techniques for people that were ready to have it. And you know and we will definitely, I'll talk more on how that, what are the implications of that, the videos, etc. I'll talk more on that, but this is just the recap for now if you're just joining. Then the third one, I want to talk to you about art reality and reminders. So in the first video, I made mention of this, but I don't think I emphasized it enough. So I want to give you an example that if you can think of arts you've seen, I don't want to use an example that is so, but I'm just thinking, let's say MTN or an Indomie, even if you saw it on TV, they are called ads as well. So anything that is paid for, and if you pay for, okay, I want to show this thing to the audience you have, that is an ad. So it doesn't matter whether it's TV, whether it's newspaper, whether it's phone, whether it's laptop, whether it's console, whatever it is an ad. So you are creating basically the same thing, and that is what determines the success of everything else. That is why the more you grow in terms of in terms of selling online, the more the ads you create and the more the content, etc. Because at the end of the day, I want you to see the online space as I want you to equate it to the real world, in the sense that if you don't take up the space, like there is so many competition, and if you don't take up your own space by having whether more ads or more content or more posts, then people will forget about you. There is so many competitions. So what you learned, what I before I talked about what you learned, I also want you to know that it always works best with multiple variations, in the sense that only if you have the capacity, it's always better. Even the whole essence of a campaign is that you have an offer and then you have multiple ads promoting that offer. It is almost never multiple funnels. There is testing funnels, but you don't run an offer with multiple funnels. You almost never do that. But the major thing is that you test the ads and then maybe the funnel options. Now this may not seem very easy to comprehend or easy to understand, but as we go on, it will make more sense in the future. But what I want you to know is that, as we created your ad now, so your ad, usually comes from a relatable angle, right? If you remember the video we had on day two, I talked about the different categories of ad, where I showed you educational. So your ad could be educational. It could be, okay, if you have been treating your distance this way, why not do this way? It can be the ones we created were testimonial based, so it can be educational, it can be aspirational, it can be this is what happens when so and so, it can be pain, it can be that is if you are suffering. So there are so many angles to art in terms of having that thing that you show as first impression before anyone decides to even listen to whatever it is you have to say. So the first 30 seconds of any ad is what determines the success of everything else you're doing. And I hope I'm not too fast. If I'm too fast for you, you can always reduce the speed if you're watching later. So regardless of everything that I've said now, I just wanted you to know that what you learned were the basics of creating AI videos. And at the end of the day, even if you can always just put a camera to your face and say the exact script that you want, now that you understand. Now that I'll show you how you use the video ads. Now, yes, this is what I also said there, that offers are really the problem. Once you have a good one, ads can diminish, can get fatigued, can communicate different angles, which brings me to the online space reality and this training's reality. Now, I want you to consider the example of, let's say, a newborn, so I'm sorry, a new couple, and they just had their first child, right? And of course, this first child or this first baby, they want him or her to be the best. They want to train him. They want to give him the best everything, and they don't want to overdo, and they also don't want to underdo. So I want you to, do you think in that sense, if we want to, as you as an experienced parent, father or mother, you can't sit down, even if you sit down with them for 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, even a whole day, you most probably won't be able to tell them all the things, all the nuances, all the layers, all the different angles, different techniques, mechanisms, scopes, tactics that they can use to raise a child. You can't give them everything in that one day. You can never. And even if you try to, you just know that there will definitely be something you miss, and there will definitely be things that they have to figure out themselves. So that is what I want you to understand. But the thing about that example is that once they start, they will understand. Once they start, okay, they will realize, oh, when I was also doing this happened, and the reaction from the kid, from the baby was this, was good, was bad. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So I want you to see the online selling space as that, something like that. So there are so many ways to make anything work. There are so many ways to make anything work, and there are also so many ways to make sure something does not work. So it's all about doing and just not stopping. That is it. And the hard truth, someone messaged me the other day, a potential client, and they said something that I actually agree with. You probably will agree with that as well. And it says they said that this online thing. I think the person, we wanted to work on a campaign for selling an ebook for them. So it was like, this online thing is not something that when you are starting, that you want to do, put as my when I'm free, free time, or I don't know if you understand, like something. It's not something that you will get through, that you will be able to do successfully if you are not actively making sacrifices. I don't know if you understand what that means. So they're basically saying that this is not something to treat trivially, especially if you are just starting. Especially, it shouldn't be like on the side. It should be directly like the other thing, or the alternative, or the main option, not like on the side. I don't know. So because if you don't implement almost everything that we've been doing since day one to day two, to tomorrow, to the final day, which will be tomorrow, before we have our Q&A session on day 5, you will find it very, very difficult to understand, especially to just be like, oh, so many information, so many, so and so. There will just be excuses, there will be reasons why that will delay you or stop you from progressing. So you have to implement as soon as you can. That's one. You have to implement enough. You have to do it enough. You have to give it enough time and effort and sacrifice, like I said in the previous day. And you also have to implement correctly. Like you have to follow the step by step and every other instructions that is being dropped. I hope I'm just telling you that so that you know the reality, because I think if you've been attending from day one, you already know I like to talk about how almost everything relates to your life and how we've been doing things. So I'm just telling you that otherwise, if you can't do this today, this will just be another, oh, I attended so and so and so and so. So I just employ. That is why I've made everything so basic that at the end of the day, most of us here end up saying like, I didn't even know that I could have done this so easily. So once you just follow it, once you have that will, once you start getting, even if it's just a little bit of results, which you most probably will get once you follow this day 3 and day 4, then you will know where to go from there. Okay, let's move on now to what we have to cover today, which is setting up meta ads. Lucky us, Facebook has finally made it easier to create campaigns on phone, and ads training on mobile will be posted after this. So I don't want you to take I don't want to take our time by having a training on mobile phone for this part of the tutorial. Sorry, for this part of this session. So I will have a separate video on that, which will be posted probably before or after this. But I will, just like I said, if you've been following us, make sure you are checking the WhatsApp group or the Google Drive. Just the way, because there's no way you are watching this video without having some prior information as to where you are coming from that you can make as a reference. That's okay. Where can I get this? Where can I get that? It will definitely be there. There's almost nothing you need to make the best out of this training that you won't find on the WhatsApp group, maybe posted, if you just read through and try not to miss anything. So I want you to understand how before we create ads. Today's session will most probably be a little bit straightforward, but it's to do it, because the major thing is not about teaching, it's about getting you to do it. That is the major thing, and to do it may be a little bit challenging, but trust me, you just have to swallow that whatever is stopping you, and pay attention, because this is where we use, like I said, this is where we go and make contact with the real world. So most people fail at Facebook ads because they don't understand how the pieces connect. The thing is that Facebook has they have a new structure. I don't know the last time you boosted post or whatever it is you did, but if you are running a business on Meta, Facebook, Meta, they are the same thing. Meta is just the name of the company that owns Facebook, because Meta also owns Instagram, owns WhatsApp, and owns a lot of other things. So you can say the Meta advertising structure, you can say the Facebook advertising structure. So I want you to go through this carefully. So for you to be able to create any campaign, right, you have to have a personal Facebook profile, and you also have to have a personal Facebook page and a Facebook business manager that holds everything. So these 3 things, I don't want you to get confused at all. I'll show you everything. So everything must be connected under your ownership. But you see, level 1 is having your own personal Facebook profile. Then we'll go to 2 and 3 from there. I hope that is clear. Now, another thing that I want you to know is that despite the fact that you can actually have an ad account, right? You can have level 4 alone. Another account is special. You can have it alone, that is not linked to a business manager, that is not linked to a Facebook page, that is not linked to this thing. But the other account is also, you can't have another account without a personal Facebook profile. So this one is the foundation. What I'm trying to say is, you can have 3 and 1, you can have 1 and 2 alone, you can have 1 and 4 alone. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Number 1 is the most important. So you can have the rest even without each other. You can have 1 and 2 without 3 and 4. You can have 1 and 4. I think you get what I'm trying to say. But I don't want you to get lost or confused here. So I'll show you I'll show you everything now. So before we create the ad campaign, which I'll be showing now, I want you to make sure that you have this. You have a Facebook page for your Forever Living business. If not, we'll create one in the demo. Also, you want to make sure that the page is created from your own personal profile. 3, you want to make sure that you have access to Facebook Manager, and you can see we'll set this up, and then it's connected to your page, and you have another account created under your business manager. So we'll do this together now, and if any of these are missing, don't panic. I'm showing you how to set up everything from scratch. So before I also continue, there are multiple ways for you to have a campaign. At least for this, that we are going to focus on only 2 for this. There are so many ways, so many ways that you can have. And which is, where do people go when they click your ad? If you remember from the first day of the videos, I talked about sales funnel, and I mentioned something around, you have the first thing you show to them, like from there you have the sales system, right? And then in the sales system you have the offer, because the offer is the most important. It's the offer that you will put into every other thing. That is why it is the most important. Your offer, part of your offer is in your ad, part of your offer is in your landing page, part of your offer is in what you say to them, whether they come to WhatsApp, whether they go to another page. Your offer is a constant scale. That is why it's the most important. It's very, very constant. And no matter what you are building or what you are trying to sell, parts of your offer are always, even if it's sales calls, even if it is online, anything online, your offer is in everywhere. Then, but the first thing that they see is the ad. The first thing that they see is the ad or your content. But we'll talk about that in day 4 when we talk about alternative methods of having sales system. So I'll be showing you there are 2 methods. You can have an ad directly to WhatsApp, which is direct conversation, and you can have an ad that goes to landing page and then to WhatsApp. So filter and qualify first. So this can be a little bit trickier and it can be a little bit less effective. I will explain why. The reason being, if your offer is something that doesn't convince someone enough to go from the ad to landing page to, then from that landing page come to your WhatsApp, it may affect your results. What I'm trying to say with this is that when you this one right here, add to landing page WhatsApp, is more efficient. It saves you more time, saves you more energy, because when you come to WhatsApp, the thing that you would have told them is already on the landing page. Do you understand? But if you go about it the wrong way, at least if someone comes to WhatsApp now, they are interested in whatever your ad said, right? So you have the person, then you can direct the conversation anywhere you like, anyhow you want. You know the way you respond to them, the things you say to them, and so on and so forth. But for this second part, if someone gets your landing page and they don't like what they see, or they don't feel like what they see is for them, then they just bounce. And this is one of the major issues of having funnels. But the simplest one, which is what I would advise you to do for now, is an ad to WhatsApp. Then when you have that ad to WhatsApp, then you can now say, okay, I want to go a step further. So, but if you want something more efficient, that because let me give you another example, is in the sense that if someone, most people, the thing about ad is that when you have an ad running, most people will not watch the ad completely. Most people will not even pay attention to 70% of the ad. And you will agree with me in the sense that the ads that you watch, you probably don't notice every single thing they said in the ad. It's just that one little thing or maybe one big thing, the big thing that they said they are offering, that caught your attention and made you interested in it. So it is very important that you know that when someone is coming directly to WhatsApp from your ad, you still have to clarify the things that the ad is saying, because they most probably did not watch it. They were just interested. I don't know if you understand. So those are the 2 different types of funnel. So if you're starting and you don't mind going through the stress of directing whoever comes to your DM anyhow, or just managing them, then it is always good to use WhatsApp. But you can also use landing page whenever you want to have something more efficient, more professional, more organized. So, and also another thing is that the algorithm meta itself shows, there are some people that they prefer to talk than read the page, and then there are some people that prefer to read the page first to understand what they are getting properly than to talk. In most cases, what determines whether you use landing page or you do straight to WhatsApp, or you even use anything else entirely, it depends on your offer. It depends on the price points. There's so many things. It depends on a lot of things regarding your offer. So like I said, if you remember, I said the offer is the one that determines everything else, but the ad is the one that determines the success of everything else. I don't know if you understand. So it's the offer that determines what type of funnel you use, what type of ad you create, what type of messaging you use if you are using landing page, and so on. Which is why I created I have a prompt that I'm going to show you now how to use, which is to confirm if you are not sure which one you should do, whether you should use the part of add to landing page to WhatsApp. I'm going to show you how to create both actually. So, but you can use that prompt to confirm. You paste your offer and it will tell you, okay, it's better to use a landing page or it's not better to use a landing page. And if you're going to use a landing page, this is the type you should use, and so on and so forth. So I've created a system for that. But first, let's talk about landing page. I don't think we need to break down WhatsApp. We've talked about ad. Now, for landing page, you have three options. A landing page is not free. That is why if it is that free, it's not. If it is free in money, if not, it's not free in time, and if it is free in time, it's most probably not free in money. So it's all interchangeable. So you have three options, which is you can create it for free using things like Google Sites. You can use a software called Card. It's a landing page. You can use a Notion. You can even use I believe, I don't know if it's still allowed, something like Google Docs. Some even use, so many types. All these Framer, all these Wix, all these Bumper Shop. So all these things, they are all free sites. They are all a form of free sites, but they have their own downsides. There's nothing that is free that you are not paying a price for. Sometimes, most times, the price is just a negative, but not in terms of money. So it affects professionality. When they see, for example, now let me give you an example. If you are saying, let's say you want to buy something, right, and you're saying, let's say I want to use, let's say something like a bottle of Coke, a Coca-Cola or something, and you now saw Coca-Cola Gouda.com. You will feel, you will not, you first, that will first give you some form of it will program you in a way to think about the site differently, to think about what is there differently. Your brain would already start looking for excuses to not trust the site. So when they see something like .google.com or .card.com, something they don't understand, then it's starts raising some questions. The notion of when the site is very long. So, and some people, they don't even notice. So that's why I said it depends on your offer. These things depends on your offer a lot. Some people use Google Forms even, that I know of. And then the second option, that's the downside of free. And the upside is that when they don't notice, it works as it works, and you don't pay any money. But the professionality is always there, and you are almost never able to have as many tracking. You can't track when maybe if someone comes to your page now, you can't know how long they've spent, if they did this, if they clicked that, if the site is free. It's not, as you can't track as many things as you can for the other two options. Now the second one is, if you have 10,000 naira to 2,000 naira, you'll be able to get a WordPress plus hosting yourself. So you do it yourself, and you pay around 50, depending on your domain. The price depends on the domain and the hosting type of hosting you are looking for. So if you have 10,000 to 20,000 naira, and then you have the time around, let's say 2, 3, or 4 hours. Let's say 4 hours, yeah, and you are willing to create that. You have everything you need, and you'll be able to get. So this one, it will be something. It won't have the .google.com. It will be your own personal site. So it can be, for example, I can have yo.com. You can have your name, you can have your product, you can have maybe forever let's say forever Nike, or these products, this CNICombo.com. You understand? You can have so many options like that, and that is the second option. The third option is that 30 to 45,000 naira. So this depends on which one. If you are looking to get a service, this is usually the price. There is almost no one that will charge you below 30,000 naira, and there you get a lot of people charging you even more than 45,000 naira, because it is the way. So if you want to get someone to build it for you, they'll build it for you. All you have to do is, they'll probably ask you about the product you want to create, etc., and that will just be the difference. So it is different from a video. I have to emphasize that. So having a landing page is different from having a video, because as you can see, these are two elements, and it's possible for you to even have an ad that doesn't use a landing page, and it's possible for you to even have a page. You can just send it to your contacts or this thing, and you don't need a video for that. So you cannot just have a simple text and direct them to that one. So all options work relatively. So it depends on your plan or budget and offer, but most importantly, like I said, your offer is the key. So should I show you how to use the prompts now, or hold on, let me show you how to use the prompt. So for example, now let's do our first demo, which is that how we use it to determine whether you use a landing page or not. Okay, so if you are seeing anything else that doesn't start with I'm trying to decide whether I need a landing page for my Facebook, so and so, then you know that you are on the wrong one. So please just follow. Okay, made a mistake there. All right, so please just follow what I'm doing now. I think by now, if you at least did day one and day two correctly, you definitely have no problem in terms of following this step. So it's very very easy. So just copy everything, then we will just do this thing together, right? We'll do it together. Okay, so I'm going to send this. Remember, for this particular demo, you need your offer. So I've copied every prompt, the single prompt to the landing page decision helper. Now, as usual, new chart in Gemini, new chart, then paste it. Okay, so I've pasted it. Now you can do this before or after. As usual, the same thing we did before, which is that, so before you do anything else, before you create a campaign, before I created this prompt to help everything, because we have different offers, we have different budgets, we have different technical skill levels, we have different times, we have different main goals. So these things you can feel it before copying and paste. I think by this time, at least if you do day one and day two correctly, we already know. So it's like filling a form. When they give you a physical form, you can, when they say, okay, do this, do that, and then before you submit the form, so I want you to see that prompt, this landing page decision helper, as a form that you fill before sending to Gemini. So my offer now, I'm just going to paste my offer. So remember, I have the offer saved, I have my scene, my video saved, I have my social media caption saved, I have everything saved, so which I believe you also do. So all right, so I'm going to select, this is my offer, so it ends somewhere around, yes, after one line page. So this is my offer. I'm going to put it where it says my offer. Okay, now then my budget for landing page 2. So if you have any budget, so you can see the example it gave us. So let me say, because it's part of, let me just put 5. I'm just going to put flexible. Depends on the flexible. If you also want, you can put a range. We have different constraints, we have different in terms of available cash. So my technical skill level, look at this. I've never built anything online, complete beginner. So if you've built websites before, intermediate. So if you can say beginner. So you can see the examples, you see them in your own prompt too, don't worry. Everything here is also in the prompt, you see it's there. So it gave you example to fill each of them. So I'm just going to say personally, so this is just demo. I know what I'm doing for my own. So intermediate, so let me say intermediate. Actually, I'm going to say complete beginner, since most of us have not created sites before. Then my main goal, look at this, my main goal, let's say I'm going to say start fast and test cheaply, because I've not done anything before. So why should I have a goal? It's just like you've never been to a school and you're saying you're targeting an A. You don't know the syllabus, you don't know anything else. So time I can invest in setup, now let's say 2 to 3 hours max. Let me just put that. I'm just this almost every answer I'm putting is contradicting the other. So but I just want you to get an understanding of how you use it, so that you see the type of response and how you can interpret it. So I'm just going to send this now. Yeah, so now we wait. So this is the first thing you should do before any other thing. So, and that way you'll be able to know which part of this today's session should you follow, or whatever the thing is. Now after this, I'm going to show you, we are now going to create a campaign starting from the Facebook profile. So yes, you should do start with the landing page. No reasoning, you are selling it. So you can see at this point, Nigeria really bad from the start without asking questions first. They want to know a real human. So you can see it is giving us, okay, you can see so many things, it has given us giving you a full plan that you can use based on your offer. So you can see it's even as if you want a closing script. So once you do this and you want me to interpret for you, just make sure you feel everything honestly. And make sure you have it, you feel it, those 5 questions honestly, and you can send your draft to me, whether personally in the DM or in the group, and I will send you the interpretation. So you can just copy everything here, or take a screenshot, copy it and send it to my DM and say whether you agree, or if you have a point, or if you want to confirm something about it. I'll be demonstrating the two methods regardless of whatever this thing says. So, but it's just so that you see how deep it is. Now, okay, so let's move on. Let's move back to now we are going to create a landing page. Sorry, we're going to create a Facebook campaign now. That is what is next. Okay, yes, we are creating a Facebook campaign now with our with our ad. So remember, I think I told you, you have your offer from day one, you have your completed video sent from day two. Now it is very, very important, I can't emphasize how important this is, that you have all your video ads combined, the scenes, all each scene combined, following the video I pasted yesterday. So you must have the video I pasted for day 2.5, which is merging all scenes together. If you don't have, okay, I'm just trying to, okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm just going to be showing you every single one of this, please, and kindly just follow along visually, take notes, and I will recommend you execute when you are watching, depending on your technical know-how. So let's start. So we are going to be, I'm just going to be showing you so many, because this is something, if you are setting up, like I said, there are two ways to create your campaigns. So if I didn't emphasize that enough, so you can create it on phone and you can create it on a PC. A PC will always give you a lot of controls, a lot more controls than a phone will. But at least before, you can't even create a campaign on phone, but now you can. That is why I'm sending a different tutorial, a different short video, which is how you create it on phone. So it will be an alternative for this if you are looking for, but a laptop will always show you almost everything that is on laptop is on phone as well. So let me just start. So I already created a Facebook page for the sake of this, and I'm just hoping Facebook doesn't try to do anything funny with it. Now, okay, so here's what will happen. Okay, now let me go to my Facebook page. Okay, so this is my Facebook page, the one I created for this. So this is the name. So if you open Facebook, I want to believe we all have pages already. So the first thing you want to do is that was a mistake, is to create a page. If you don't have a page before, just make sure you have a page. So okay, so I want to make sure the ad account is ready first. Just follow, and then I'm clicking on create a page. If you are on phone, it will be you go to settings, you can just search creating a page. You can see here, I want to create a public page. So next, okay, so I created a new Facebook account for the purpose of this. So alright, page name required. Okay, so let me use Lagos Moms Freedom. So this is just off the top of my head. I should have so category. So yeah, let me just search health and wellness. Okay, health and wellness. I don't want everyone uses health and wellness, so let me use medical and health. So bio is optional. Let me just say restoring Lagos Moms energy. Okay, then that is it. You've created a page, and it is the same process on phone. So let's just wait a little bit. Okay, you can see Lagos Moms Freedom was created. You can now, so there's so many things you can do to a page. You can do this if you don't have a page before and you plan on making this new page your professional page, so you can fill in every single one of this. So it's very, very simple and easy to fill. So next, profile picture, cover photo, so many things you can fill here. Let me see if I can add a profile picture. Okay, so there's a cover photo there now. Right, so if you want to link a WhatsApp number, so this is very, very important. So you can connect a WhatsApp number to your page, and once you've connected it, you can then add buttons for your page audience to message you on WhatsApp. Now there is something about this that let me just leave this for now. So now I'm going to if you're on phone, don't worry, if you're on phone, just you can watch the phone training step, but you can also use this as a form of foundation. So if you're on PC, just go to, since you've logged in on the same tab, on the same everything, just go to artsmanager.facebook.com, as simple as that. So let's go there now. So since the Facebook is logged in, you will see, just follow these steps now. So we've created a page. We already have our Facebook profile. I don't think I need to show how to create a Facebook account. I don't think I need to do that. So let's just continue. Okay, so this is not showing me. Okay, so if you have a Facebook account, right, so it will take you straight here already on PC. That's just the how it works. So once you just go to this site, right, so you may not need a business manager, you may not need you may not need anything, because this is where we'll do the work. This is where we do the work. And you see, it just takes me straight here. And if I click on this drop down, you can see my Facebook profile already has an ad account that I just created. You can see this account is that. So you can see here it says create a business portfolio. A business portfolio is the same thing as a business manager. So you don't really need that one now. But let me just give you a really short overview of that. So you have local government, the states, right? Museums, you have to Facebook, camera of everything. So Facebook pages, the end user profile. I may want to even just try to show. I don't know why it's not loading. Business dot. Okay, so let's see. So this should also work. Yes, it works. It worked. So I should have clicked this before I even explain. But I think that foundation. If I had someone explain to me that way, the way I just explained to you, I wouldn't have, because when they first launched this what's it called, this feature of business portfolio, I was so confused that I did not understand at all. So you can read the thing, and when you link everything, it makes it easy, if especially everything is related, right? So so this is just if you want to invite friends and all that. So you can see here, let me just go to all tools. So you can see this is the business portfolio. So this is a profile overview. So this is for my page. So you need a page, a page and a profile for a business portfolio. So you can see here, create a business portfolio, right? So you see here, I haven't created any business portfolio for this. So you can see here, look at this. So business of facebook.com, then you can now so you need a business portfolio name, which is the name of your folder, right? So you can see Jasper's Market. Let me just say Maps Forever Market. These foundations, you may do them now, you may not do them now, but the major thing is that you will need them as you continue, or if you plan to continue, you definitely need them. So I'm just going to use sorry, there. Okay, sure. And then I'm just going to use my business email here. Okay, so it will send a verification code to the email, if I remember correctly, if they are still doing it like that. It will send a verification code. So it's asking me, look at this already, what do you want to add into this business portfolio? So it's asking already that, okay, do I want to add this page? Your profile, the Facebook profile, is already you can't create, like I said, that's why I call a Facebook profile level 1. You can't have anything related to Facebook. You don't have a Facebook profile already. So you can see here, it's already asking me, do I want to add this Facebook page that I created under my profile? And you can also, you can see add Facebook pages and Instagram. So let me just say yes, so that it makes it. Then next, then it's going to, so I can add other people's email address, so you can see to manage it, but I'm going to skip it right now. So it's also asking me who will have access, me that created it, of confirm. So you will see it will take me to my business portfolio page now. It will redirect me immediately to, it will say Maps Market. Okay, so you can see I should. It's asking me to verify my email address, but yes, this is all business portfolio is. So any other thing there, just once you have that understanding, if you click on all tools to just show you basically the things you can manage on Facebook, everything. So you need a business portfolio if you want to scale. Let me just end it at that because we are more concerned about our campaign here. So you can also use billing and payment, so many things you can do here. But what we care about really is our ads manager. So to cover this is, I believe some of I used to have someone some most times offline, so it's not about what you sorry, so that others will know that yes, we are not playing today. So just drop the ready for campaign. If you've enjoyed anything I've said so far, you can always drop your comments under the video or even on the WhatsApp group. So anyone that's more convenient for you, any if I said anything that wasn't, you can always feel free to engage. That is my major point. Feel free to engage. Okay, okay, okay. I hope you heard everything I just said now. I think I experienced some lag. So okay, I think you can hear me now. If you are doing this on PC, so just follow these steps. So we are firstly, okay, let's just create the campaign first. So click on create, click on create. So this is very very okay now because I just created this account. So that's why it's saying they need to confirm a few details. But let me just go there first. Let me see. I don't oh yes, I didn't say this. I don't expect you to be using a new Facebook account for this. I don't expect that because Facebook can be very very um um what's it called? They can be very strict. So you can okay, I need to add a phone number before I can run ads. So I already have a page. You can see this is what I was saying that you should have. We will talk about payment method once we have our campaign. So a payment method, a Facebook page, and a verified phone number. So if you can't see these things, okay, let me see. Okay, let's have it a little bit bigger for people on PC. So sorry. So now at least I think now we can all see it. So this is it. So it's just asking me to do these 30 things, add a phone number. So of course, if you have a phone number and this 30 to make it easier. So let's go back to campaigns. Okay. Now create. You want to click on create, and so choose a buying type, auction. Yes, of course. So now this is where things the if you remember when we were talking when we have our first video one sorry day one and day two, I talked about the first things that you do are usually the most important. For example, the offer is the most important thing if you want to run a campaign. The second, if you want to have a sales system rather, then the second thing is that the first thing that you show to your people, to your customers, to your prospect, to people that are just scrolling, the strangers that are just scrolling rather, is very very important. So then the third one now the three, the most important thing is also selecting one of these people here. And this is, I don't think if you are boosting posts, you cannot see any of these options, and they are very very important because you see every single option here: awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, sales. They all have their own, like there are some audience that are on app promotion that are not in sales, and there are some audience, the type of people that will see whatever. If you immediately you click sales, for example, you are automatically restricting your ad from some people, from people that don't buy. If immediately you click engagement, you are automatically restricting your art from people that that come to ask questions. You are restricting it to people that will just comment, that will like, that will that will follow, so many things like that. If you click awareness, you are restricting it to people that when they they scroll so much that they share things, maybe post things. You understand? So Facebook choose a campaign objective. What they are trying to tell you is that what are you trying to achieve? So if you want to go to anybody that's offering you a service, anybody that is serious enough, at least the first thing that they ask you is that they want to understand your goal, so that they can block off the other aspects of what they offer you, so that they can focus on that your objective. Do you understand? If you understand, just you can thumbs up, throw a like, whatever. I just want to make sure that you understand, because this thing, it can actually determine the type. It also determines, not even actually, the three things: offer, ad, and this campaign objective. It is very, very important. So in most cases, now I want to give you another approach that people use for this. I would recommend that you have two options. So you create two options, which is that the first one can be leads, the second one can be sales, right? So leads and sales, they are for, you can see here it says good for, look at this, it says good for instant forms, messenger and Instagram, conversions, calls. So you can have this you can create leads for this, and it's also, you can say, it says it's good for conversions. What we are aiming for is conversion, that is converting strangers that are just scrolling to people that end up buying from us through our sales system. And you can also see when you go to sales, it also says good for conversions. So depending on your offer, your whatever it is, I can't even tell you that this is definitely going to work better for you, because most times people confuse. When you use both of these, you can get almost similar results, especially for your depending on your offer. I usually use sales because find people who are likely to purchase your product or service. I'm always after that, people that are looking to purchase my product or service. And you can also have leads. So leads is also almost never a bad thing. So but for this, I'm going to use sales for this, because sales is kind of like the king. But you can also use leads. I've used leads before and I've gotten amazing results. So I'm going to click on continue here. So just follow. I'm just explaining every single step so that you understand the thinking behind all these things. Okay, so here we go. Now you can just say don't show again for this, or click on OK. Okay, now the thing about Facebook ad is that when you are running it on PC, I don't want you to get confused. Don't get confused at all. So there are 3 levels: a new sales campaign, a new sales ad set, a new sales ad. So the way all these ad things work is that they think in folders. So just if you apply our original example, which is just telling you that for just say this is a country, this is a state, ad set is a state, and these are local governments. So a country can have multiple states, right? You can have you can have new sales ad sets, you can have ad set 1, ad set 2, ad set 3, and then under that ad set you can now have multiple. A state can have multiple local governments. Now the reason why there is 3 levels here is that you can have, so for example, an ad set is originally it was made in the sense that, for example, let me give you an example. My offer now is about, let's say, Lagos moms restoring their energy, right? For this campaign, I can have 5 ads. I can have 5 different video ad creatives. Do you understand? So I can have 5, I can have 10. But those 5, out of those 5, I can have 2 that says if you're a Lagos mom struggling with having energy to play with your children and so on and so forth, do this, do that. Okay, let me use this angle instead. Actually, remember I said you can have educational, like, if you remember correctly, nobody asked any question regarding that, so I believe we all understood that part. So our ad can be educational, our ad can be testimonial based, our ad can be aspirational, our ad can be actionable, like do this, fill this form. There's no limit. That's why I said what we've been doing so far is the basic, and I don't want to overwhelm you at all, but I'm just so that you get the mechanism behind these things. Because most people, even if you are watching YouTube videos, they won't cover as much as I am, because if people explain to me as I am explaining to you right now, I wouldn't have struggled as much as I did in understanding these things. So because what they will tell you, if you are watching YouTube videos, or even if you are paying for courses, what they will be telling you is that, so make sure you have two ad sets, or make sure you have three ads. Don't create ad sets, don't create ads. But if you understand the reason why these things are the way they are, that way you can apply it to your own. Because the thing about products, about courses, about YouTube videos is that they are not tailored. They don't know about what you are trying to do. The only thing that you have in common is that the thing they are showing you, you need it, but they don't know how you need it. So the training, the products, the whatever is usually not tailored to you. That is why services are usually wins in, like, getting someone to do it for you. That way they understand everything about your this thing. But that is why I'm telling you now that if you are creating it yourself, I want you to understand how these things work. So I'm not going to say so make sure that you don't do this. I want you to understand that this is why this thing is like this. So the country is the campaign, this which is where for our campaign, for our offer, that Lagos Mom offer. So I can now name this Lagos Moms offer. So Lagos Moms offer campaign. So some people, you can name it whatever you want. You can name it 10 million naira campaign. You can name it whatever you want, right? Then now, if you remember, so if I have 5 ads, right, and 2 are testimonial based, I can now name this ad set testimonial ad set, right? I can name it testimonial ad set. And if I want then I want to create another ad set for, I don't know why I want to create another ad set for, let's say what's it called, for the educational videos that I have. So I'll create another ad set. All I will do is just click on duplicate. I can click on duplicate. You can see here quick action. You can click on quickly duplicate and you get an exact copy. So that's why I'm also saying that you should PC laptop will make it much easier for you to set up the right things, and it is what you set up a laptop, it will definitely work. Phone usually has a lot of bugs. So, and this explanation, I won't be going deep into it like I did on phone. So it is very, very important, whether you are creating on phone or laptop, to watch this video, to finish this session, and even watch it to the end so you understand. So let's dive right in. Now that I believe you understand how these things work, the Lagos Moms are, you understand how the campaign, ad sets, and ad work. So for example, now for all the testimonial based ads, I will now have them under this testimonial ad set, then 1, 2 new sales ads. So I'll just do the same thing of duplicating, then I'll have another ad, then I'll have another ad. So I don't want to do that. So like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want this to be too long, but you understand how it works now. So because we have one ad, we are only going to be using this campaign, and we're only going to be using this ad set, and we're only going to be using this new sales ad. So what do we do here? What do we set here? Buying type auction. So every other thing skip. So I always recommend using ad sets budget if you are beginning. It's always better to use ad sets budget, right? So click that. The major reason is that what this one is saying is that for you to run an ad, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but you need a budget. So you will see that one as we continue. Let me just continue. So campaign strategy, highest volume. So this one is optional. I will explain this when we get to budget part. You can see here audience segment reporting. Usually when you are starting, you don't need anything about this. Special ad categories. This one is just saying, just read this. If your ads are related to financial products or services, this ours is not related to this. So let's click on next. So that is all the settings you need to do at the country level, at the campaign level. Now we are on the ad set level. You can also look at these 3. So you can see here it's saying that Lagos Moms offer campaign as new sales ad set. So I'm changing this to let me just say first ad set, right? This is our first ad set, first testimonial based ad set. I'm so sorry if by trying to make you understand, by the way, you have gotten overwhelmed, but it is very I think with the examples, the things that I've linked it to, you've understood to some extent. And if you don't understand, voice notes, message, you can always send anything. Now conversion location, this is where the state is very, very important. That is why they say whenever the national entity wants to do something, they go straight to the state. Even the state is more important than the national. So this ad set, the settings we do here are usually more important. But let me just so conversion location. So if you are doing a whether you are creating, depending if you are running the funnel, if you are doing add to WhatsApp, so you click on conversion location here and you change it to messages. Where is it? Okay, where is it? Okay, it's here. Okay. So this is it. Okay, it's not popping up because I have this thing maximized. So let me just reduce it. Okay, let me reduce it a little bit more. Okay, see, message destinations. I don't know why it's not popping up because I maximized it, but you can see message destinations here. I hope you can see. So it's message destinations. So this is if we are running to WhatsApp. So now it will ask us. I don't have any WhatsApp number linked to this because my WhatsApp number is already linked to other this thing. But at least I think I've tried my creating a new Facebook page for this. So you can see here message destinations, manual destination. Look at this now. So I will always suggest, if you want to run an ad to WhatsApp, remove Messenger, remove Instagram, and click WhatsApp. I don't have a WhatsApp account link. That is why I'm not showing this right here. But on the phone, I'll probably be using my previous account so that you see how it looks like. So you can see here, and you now connect your WhatsApp. If you didn't connect your WhatsApp to your page already, if you did, this thing will be ticked already. All you have to do is remove Messenger, remove Instagram, select WhatsApp. Then maximize number of conversions. Performance goal, yes, maximize our number of conversions. That's of conversations rather. So we are imagining this is for, we are doing add to WhatsApp right now. Add to WhatsApp. So delivery type standard. Now, yeah, this is what we have by budget. Okay, this is what we have in terms of budget. Now, budget, look at this. You are using asset budget sharing and will be able to spend an average of so and so, so and so, blah blah blah. What they are trying to tell you is that every single day your ad will spend around this amount. It can be higher, it can be lesser, but this is kind of the middle point. Do you understand? So I usually, when you're starting, you can have, I think the lowest is 1,480 something. So let's just say the lowest is 1.5. At least at the time of this video, we don't know its response to dollar. So the minimum is $1, but when you convert it to naira, that is the minimum here. So if you click on, let me see, if you see, you will see that if I click on 1, 2, it will say it is too small. Let's see. It will say it is too small and it will not run. Look at this. So the minimum right now is 1.424. So if I put 1.5, yeah, it will absolutely go. So you see it will remove this error since I put 1.5. It will remove the error now. And then it should still remove it. It's just okay, 1.550. Yes, there we go. Okay, you should remove it now. It's still saying that's the okay, update budget, then make it 1.550. okay, it has removed it. Okay, now start dates, don't worry about this. Whenever you are ready, you can turn it on. Now audience, yes, audience, this is very important. So I don't know if you've taken any, if you've tried taking, let me just explain as if you've never heard of this thing before. So audience is basically saying, what type of people on Facebook do I want to show my ad to? So, and then Facebook, Meta, even TikTok, they give you different, every single app give you different types of audience, right? So you can select your location and you can select your controls. Controls mean, let me just show you. Show more. Controls mean age. You know, you are setting, you can, the minimum age is, so obviously some of our products, they are not for people that are even 18, 19, 20. So the minimum age, the highest we can select here is 25. So we are going to select 25. So that is control. So this one is saying the control includes location and age, right? So the location, you can change it to include other people. If it's Canada, so you remove Nigeria here and add Canada. You put search locations, put Canada. If it's US, and so on and so forth. It's that simple, right? Then now this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets very, very interesting. So I'm going to give you that there's a prompt now that we are going to use the way we've been using the others, which is we are going to use it to get the audience that we should select here. So if you have a saved audience, I don't want to talk about saved audience now, but just follow these steps. So a saved audience is basically if you've used something, you will see we'll save the audience later on. So the thing that is trending now in terms of running ads, people will tell you don't select any type of audience, let Facebook do the targeting for you, so on and so forth. But people don't know that these things, they work on data. They work based on the data they already have. They don't know, it's not like it's some form of magic. AI, for example, now AI cannot send you a response if you don't send something to it first. So it can't send you hello even if you don't say hi before. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So it is based on what they already have that AI uses to give you some form of output, and the level of output it gives you, the level of importance of of usage, of efficiency of the output depends on the how good the input is. So my page now, for example, if I'm just starting with the way my page is empty, I don't have 100 followers, I don't have so many followers. I now say I will let Facebook AI to go and select my audience for me, because if you don't select anything here, it will just use it will use its own, like it will use its own deduction of what you've done, maybe the category you selected on your page to show your ad, right? So that's what it will do. That's what the AI means. Since I don't have any page engagements, I don't have any other thing before, so to just use that one to select, to find my audience for me. But if you are prompting AI and you are saying, okay, this is an example of the type of output I want, this is the model that you should use to give me your response, you will agree with me that the response will be much better, which will be much more better. That is what I would recommend that you should do, and that is why I created a prompt for that. So let's use the prompts then. But at least this audience part is very important. It's very important. It used to be even more important, but with the AI, the Facebook AI now, it is now even more important. So you can see here, I can set, these are the things you can set here. So it says suggest an audience. So it's basically saying tell Facebook the type of audience you want. That is what it means. So if you believe Facebook already has enough data to find the type of audience you want for you, you don't select anything. But if you don't, you have to suggest your audience. So you can see age range here. So 25, no, it can be 40, let's say 40, mine can be 40, and let's say, don't worry, but before we do any of this, I'll actually show you how you get for your own, so you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking. So let me show you how we use the prompt first. Let me leave this as it is. Okay, let me show you now. Let me show you. It's still here. If you are enjoying the class, please just say if you are still here. If I haven't bored you, I just want you to understand this online thing such that any other thing that you are doing later on, you are able to reference this, that oh, it's because this guy explained this. Okay, now it makes sense. Especially for those of you that wants to take this thing very seriously at the end of the day. And I want you to know that, trust me, it is just a matter of doing it as much as you can and doing it correctly, because when you're starting, it's usually I'm very sorry about that. When you're starting, it's usually very important as well. So now I also have a prompt called Ad Targeting Helper. The link is already in the group. If you go to the group now, you see it when you're executing. So what I would recommend is that every link I'm sending for this prompt, you already have them saved somewhere, right? You have them saved somewhere, and okay, this is it right here. So just copy everything. It's tiny, but it starts with I'm setting up Facebook. I know you can't read it, but you don't have to worry about this. So okay, so as usual, we copy everything. You should know that almost all our prompts are forms. They are forms, unless you are copying forms in the sense that you have to paste something there. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So this also has things that you have to paste. So we have copied everything in the Ad Targeting Helper. So this prompt is going to give us the exact people that we should target for our Facebook ad. Yeah, that's what this prompt is going to do. So create a new chart as usual, then paste our entire prompt helper, then follow this, and we have our offer. Now here is our offer. Okay, so I'm just going to post our offer here. So for this one, I think the only thing, please follow this as I am doing it. So it's asking us for budget, main problem solved, product, target audience, etc. I want you to know, if you remember, our offer itself, the full offer, this thing, it has every single one of these. So it has, let's look at this. It has our, I know you can't see it, but it has main problem solved, it has target audience, it has solution, it has products included, it has, it has so many things. So the only thing you have to do, you paste the entire offer. So you paste the entire offer, remove this, remove up until budget. So just paste the entire offer. Then in the budget, you now state what your budget is. So I'm just going to change this to almost between 1,500 2,000. There's not a lot of difference, so I'm just going to remove the example so that it doesn't confuse the AI. So it is very, very simple once you've watched it before. So I recommend you watch this video before even trying to implement. So That's it. Now it's going to give me a full targeting this thing, so that I'll just go and be using the targeting there. I don't know if you understand. So okay, you can see fine tuning the targeting, prioritizing lead generation. If you've been watching this video since the beginning so far, I appreciate you. If you've been watching since day one, so okay. Now 30 to 48 years old, so I'll go and change it. You can see here it already started with 30 to 48 years old. Then it told me to select this interest. So look at this, you will see how I will use this, the output of this AI now. So I've noted this. So it's telling me to select luxury goods as primary, as as secondary interest, primary interest, digestive system, fatigue. So I've already saved this somewhere, so that I will not be coming back to it. So for you, you should also save it somewhere. So it has given me all these things, and gender strategy. So I'm only selecting women, right? Yeah. So it's also saying then location recommendation, since I should only select Lagos. So it also says it recommends. So I'm just interpreting. You see how I'll use every single number. 5 says I should use narrow layer targeting. 6 says placement strategy. Recommendation manual placement, mobile only. Okay, so I should remove audience network and right column. Audience size should be around 250,000 to 600,000. And okay, that is it. So this is it. So at 1,500 I will definitely get more than this, so trust me. Trust it. Anyway, so let's start. So it gives us it gave us 8 answers, so like 8 listed answers, and we have 7 is the one, like 1 to 7 is the ones that I will follow, and you will see how I will follow them. So the first one was, it gave me age range. Second one, interest. Third one, gender. Fourth one, location. Fifth one, if I should use broad or narrow targeting. Broad is basically not selecting any interest, so it's telling me to select interest. Do you understand? So look at this. It said I should also use the must also match, and placement I should select mobile only, and audience size. I can't set audience size, but it's basically telling me that after I select everything, it has asked me to select from 1 to 6. I should get an audience size of 250,000 to 600,000. Trust me, once again, I just want to remind you, please and please, just when we are doing this thing, when you are following, just try. That is all I'm imploring you to do. Just remember why you are here, remember why we started, and try to follow. It is very, because I'm saying it so maybe so fast or so slow, depending on however you are perceiving this thing. You are just watching this first time for you to understand, and then when you start doing, even by the time you create a Facebook page, you will realize how simple and straightforward every other thing is. So please and please, just try. It is not difficult. It is not. That is why I am creating, for everything that we've been doing, I've been making it in such a way that you have a reference. So for example, the Facebook page, I already created a guide to creating Facebook campaigns, and it's a PDF, and this video is your reference, this AI output is your reference, and so many other things. Just please and please try. Just try. So I have my targeting now. So this is what it said I should do. I should use Facebook feed, Instagram reels. I'm saving this somewhere right now, so that when I go back to my page, I don't have to be going back and forth, right? Okay, and it's giving me the whys for everything as well. So let's go back. I'm enjoying this, and when you are doing it, you enjoy it too, because this thing, you only have to set it up once, and then you start getting results. And even if you don't get results, the only thing you may need to do is create another ad. Every other thing is there already. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So what is the age range? 38, I think it's 30 to 40, right? Yes, 30 to 48. That was the age range. 30 to 48. Okay. Okay. Today, one of the very important lessons I learned was that when you believe things, when you believe something is what you believe inside you, it usually transitions to your reality. And the attitude, the approach. If you're happy about something, if you're excited, it's one of the things that because I write a lot as well, so I'm more than just AI. I write a lot. And okay, so remember we are in this suggest an audience part. Okay, hold on. So we are in this suggest an audience part. So remember the first thing, what is the first thing, which is the age, number one. Okay, so the age, I think it's 30 to 48. Yes. Then placement. Now, okay, before we go to placement, all genders. So we are changing this to male only. Men. Oh, sorry. I meant women. So yours may be men, yours may be all. So I meant women. This will be different for every one of us, every single one of us. Everything I've been doing since day one will be different, because of course we can't all take the same thing to the outside world and expect us to get results, right? So remember, it's also said location. I should make it Lagos State, right? If you remember. So let me just put that one in controls. I can put it in controls, I can put it in suggesting an audience, I can put it anywhere. So Lagos State, Nigeria. No, it's Lagos, Nigeria. I'm going to select the other one too. So I'm going to select Lagos State. One of the reasons why I gave 2 days for video, so for day 3, is such that we can you can have the time to create the videos, and also have your own kind of you have the time, like, without any pressure, so you are just not watching. Okay, all right. So what is next? So it has, okay, it said now we are going to interest. I've selected age, I've selected gender. Now this is another key part. If you click on this, it will pop up something. So where is it? So yeah, this is it. So include people who match. So this is just telling us that every person on Facebook, every account on Facebook, has Facebook attributed demographics, interest and behavior to the person. That makes you say, this is the type of person I'm looking for. Do you understand? So if you remember, it gave me, so I will see the one. I don't think Facebook has detoxification, so it can't give you, because all their interest changes. The interest that Facebook have on their distance, it changes a lot. So there's no such thing as detoxification. And AI can't give you exactly, even if you search all Facebook interest, you won't find anything on it. So let me just search for dietary. So I'm just going to be searching for everything it's telling me. Okay, there's dietary here, but these are job titles. I can't select them. I'm looking for a dietary interest. If you remember, it says interest, not job titles. Job titles, I'm doing the job. Interest, I'm interested in supplements. So I'm just going to search supplements. Okay, see, interest. It says interest here. Interest, vitamins and nutritional supplements. I'm also going to select affordable supplements, by the way. Let me see if I can enlarge this thing again. Okay, I think it's like this. Okay, yeah, there we go. At least we can see it a little bit clearer now, right? So I'm going to select, okay, supplements again, because people that are looking for supplements, I don't need to explain them. There are some techniques that we use in terms of picking our what's it called. So I think if you are, no matter who you are, no matter what your offer is around, people that are interested in supplements will be interested in our forever products. So I would recommend you select these two as your one of your interests. Now the secondary, it said fatigue. I'm not sure I will see anything on fatigue. So, but for you, I want you to search everything it's listed, whether you find, yes, there's no such thing as fatigue. Now I'm going to luxury goods. So I'm going to make this. Okay, now let me explain this. I just clicked something called define folder. That is why this must also match popped up. So define folder is saying people that have the interest above and also have this thing under it. So it's saying like someone, for example, if you select video here, then you select define folder and it says must also match social media. So it's saying people that have interest in video and also have interest in social media. I hope you understand. So we are saying here people that like luxury goods. So you can see luxury lifestyle content, luxury goods, and also are looking for affordable supplements. So you can see we are already narrowing down the type of people that we want to show our ads to. So you can see it's already looking looking much better. So then after that, I think competitor. So I'm going to try to search um luxury lifestyle. These are all interests. These are all interests. So I'm just going to select it. Okay, so it's also said I should use international travel. Like I said, this will be different. The interest it gave to you, just search it. And I know if you are feeling, trust me, if you are feeling overwhelmed, like this is so, oh no, I can't do this, I can't, trust me, when you watch the phone one, you will be able to join both together and just try. That's my own, just try. Okay, is there any interest on first? Okay, you can see first class travel interest. So let me just, that's all for now, and let me just use all of this alone. Yeah, that's all. So I'm not going to select anything again. Okay, I'm not going to select anything again. And oh, it's telling me my estimated audience size is very small, it's 60,000. So let me see if I can select something else. Okay, stress, let me search stress. Look at this, I have interest. There are some people that are interested. So there is also stress-free living, which is very nice. So this is for my own offer, by the way. This is for my own offer, and what I'm doing right now is something that I actually charge around 10,000 naira for, which is getting interest. I charge 10,000 naira for it, and you are getting it for free because it is. There are people that are making millions, I mean literal millions, off of just saying I will develop interest for you. So this thing I'm doing is very important. You will see that we won't spend as much time on other things as much as we are doing here. You will see it yourself. So let me just select LD habits, health and wellness. No, I can't select health and wellness, that will make it too blue. Oh, I can see GNC. Okay, you can see GNC live. This is a page. Yes, this is a page. It is part of my output. I know you would have forgotten, but like I said, I saved it somewhere, so I'm selecting it as well. So it gave me all these things. Okay, we are still far off. Okay, so my audience size is currently, look at this, 67 to 79. So it means it is still too small. So it says I think it said I should have at least 250,000, right? So let me select organic food. It has already recommended some things for me. So organic food, now we are at 59,700. I think we are at 59. Okay, oh, 597,000 already. So let me just select what else am I looking for here? Okay, so let me just select okay, GNC shop. Let me make that one. Let me put that one here. Everything I'm doing right now is what AI explained to me. It is what AI explained to me. That is what I want you to know. Is what it explained to me that I'm doing right now. So it said I should do box 1, health interest. I should put this health interest and then narrow by income and lifestyle. So now I am having 601,000 to 7. That is perfect. I can move on now. There are so many things, audience, you can test when it comes to this, but it's very important. Now if you remember number 5, was it number 5 or yes, number 6, the last one, the second to the last one is placement strategy. So click on edit placement controls, and we are only what is this? Okay, only okay, so this is it. So I want you can remove this. If you remember, it told me to remove it. That's why I said I'm saving it. So I'm just following what AI gave me using the ad strategy. So I'm just sitting down, understanding it and removing. So it told me to remove audience network. I don't think it told me. So I'm checking now. Okay, so it said I should remove audience network and right column. That is it. So that's all. So I've removed it. It said I should confirm everything else. Okay, so that is it. So I've removed this here. So I can also remove it by clicking on show more settings and then go back, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So all these things, just follow what I'm doing. That is it. Just follow what I'm doing. Before you even ask any question, check if I clicked that thing or did this thing. That's why I'm trying to take my time here. So then we go to click on, we are now done with ad sets we've set every single thing that is necessary. Now now we are going to the ad. So here all we are doing three things: uploading the ad. So I can just say my first ad here, or my Chioma ad, the whatever script I followed, maybe my first ad, so that when I'm checking the performance, I know the one that is performing for me. So my first ad. So you can see I've changed the name. I'm not doing any partnership. Don't turn this on. Just don't do what I don't do and try to do what I do. So here you remember, this is why I said you need a page, because Facebook needs a page to show your ads. Then select an Instagram account, so it will ask you if you want to use your Facebook page, so that your ad can also appear on Instagram. So don't worry, it will pop up. This is one of the bugs they have recently, so just click it, it will still pop up. Now ad setup, create ad, don't the manual upload. So like I said, you should already have your ad on your ready, the 30 seconds ad ready, and it should be ready for upload. So you will see where I upload it now. You can see setup creative, then video ad. So I'll upload the ad now. So you can see here, just click on upload. Okay. Okay, so I'm clicking on upload. I'm waiting right now. Okay, wait, have I even, okay, yes, I've clicked on it. So if you already have some videos on your Instagram or whatever, you can always use that one. So okay, and remember, I will recommend your audience size is always below 1 million or so. So let's see. Okay, so you can see here, this is my ad, Chioma's got, you may not be able to read it, but this is my ad here. It's already on my PC. So I followed the step that I showed you, the exact thing that I did on the video that I sent on day 2.5. That is what led to the ad that I'm going to upload right now. So I'm uploading it. Open. Okay, you can see here it has started uploading, so it's not going to take a lot of time since it's just 30 seconds. You can see 75% already. And then so if you have any questions, you can take the time to type that down now. So please. Now another thing that I didn't mention before, okay, our ad is already processing. Another thing that I didn't mention before, if you remember, this is where this ad is where we use our, if you remember that thing that I said, save somewhere on day 2, the ad copies. Look at this. So the headline, so you will see, I'm just going to copy that one now. So 3 headline options. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can increase it. Okay, view, zoom. Okay, so these are my own headlines. So tired by 2 p.m. I'm just tired. So this is the headline I will use. So you can have, don't worry, I'll show you now. So my ad is ready. Click on next. You don't have to worry about this. Just click on original, blah blah blah. Don't worry about this. Okay. You can select 1:1. You can select 9:16. It usually still does what it wants actually. Just let's use original. Let's use the original. Okay. For this, so you have 1:1 here, original here. So what this is saying is that should it zoom into your ad? So this is what this thing is saying. So it's saying, should I zoom into your ad such the way that this is how it will play for them?
Then I found this gut press reset. It cleans your system. In just 5 days, the bloating vanished and my energy came back fully.
Like this instead for them, and this one will play like this, and this one will play like this. So next, just click on next. So you can see here, let's just move to next. Now, if you remember, I copied the headline, so I'm just going to paste it here. We generated this day 2. I showed everything and I saved it. So now it's asking for primary text. So where's my primary text? So look at this. This is my primary text. So okay, so I can either use option 1 or option 2 actually. So I'm coming. Okay, description A. So I can either use any of these. These are just options I can use. Where is it? Okay. Now, for what is generated in day one is very important. So I'm just going to paste it here. So I'm using the captions as my primary text. It's very important that you do this, that you remove this, what I'm going to remove here. Look at this. So I don't want them to comment. I want them to come to my DM, right? So after I paste the caption, I'm going to go back. So you can see it also gave me call to action. Tap the WhatsApp. No, I'm just going to use this. Tap the WhatsApp button to chat with me instantly. So you have this as well. You already have this as well. All you have to do is just follow the steps. Follow the steps. Trust the process. So I'm going to remove the last line here. Then paste it. Simple. That's all. That's all. I don't have to do any other thing. So you can just, let's just leave it like this. You can add headline option. So it also gave me description. So let me go and look for description. We did this day 2. We did this day 2. So you can see the description. No, where is that description again? Okay, so look at this. 2 description options. So look at this. Still crashing at your desk. So this is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to copy everything before version B. This is why I'm saying if you didn't do anything day 1, day 2, then you will struggle with this. So this is all. That's all you have to do. I think we can change this to learn. No, let's leave it at learn more. Nothing else. This is all. Then announcements, you don't have to do anything, and that is it. We have created our campaign. Done. Just click on this done here. We've created our campaign now. That's all that is to it, and I don't think it took me up to 30 minutes to create. So it will just add, so blah blah blah, but everything done. Everything is done. So what else? So I'm scrolling down now. The thing about WhatsApp is it will no, actually you don't need to do any other thing. This is it. So just click on publish. So this is the thing about WhatsApp. It will say if you want to change the greeting, so on and so on. So probably no, don't click on add responses, but you can. No, let me not go into this for now. So look at how the ad will show. Okay, so this is how the ad will show. Right, I think I made a mistake. I uploaded the wrong video. I believe I uploaded the wrong video, so I'm going to go and check again. Don't mind this. So whatever it is telling you to do, you can always ask me before even doing it. So okay, I'm coming. I think it's only the 8-second video that is there, so I'm going to change the video now. All right, so okay, it has loaded now. Okay, let me just let me change the ad. Okay, I think it's only uploaded the wrong one. So okay, so you can use this cooldown time to kind of like reflect on the things that we've been talking about since. Ask any questions necessary. Try work on accessing, opening down where you copied everything. That is why I've been saying that. Oh yeah, this is the wrong video. I just remembered. Yeah, this is the one I edited. Yeah, so you can use the opportunity to. So I'm changing. At least now you can see how to change a video if you uploaded the wrong one. So this one is uploading now as well. It won't take time as well. So just use the time, send messages, tell me how you felt about the training so far, because tomorrow or the next day would be our final tutorial session. The last day will be just Q&A, which I think is Friday. Yes, should be Friday. So I'll recommend between now and tomorrow you try at least and have your campaign running. So the Google business profile will be a bonus. I think most of you have, but I'll say mommy asked me to include it, so we'll include that. And in terms of landing pages, so the reason why I'm not going to be covering that, I'm going to be showing you some examples, of course, but the reason why I'm not going to be covering that is that you saw the 3 options, and if I'll spend at least 30 minutes showing how to generate, how to create any of them, right? I'll spend at least 10 minutes, and with that it will be an issue majorly because it's not that 30 minutes will not be for everyone. So okay, so I've changed the media now, so the same thing I did before. So original. So now if you use the video that I used, if you follow the method to match the scenes, you don't have to change anything here. I've forgotten. So you don't have to edit or change anything here. Okay, maybe let me just select 16:9 here. So you can see here, just click on next, and then my text are there because they were there before. So next again. Okay, nothing, and done. That is it. You are done with your ad setup. You are absolutely, completely, utterly done with your ad setup. All you need to do is click on publish. Now what is next after clicking on publish is to fund the account. So this is what it will ask me now. You will see. So it is saying that I haven't selected the payment method. So just follow these steps. So what I recommend, I don't recommend you link a card directly. That's one of the disadvantages of boosting posts. You can always fund manually. So look at this, pay by bank transfer. This is what I would recommend. So pay by bank transfer. This is the one I've been using since God knows when. So what this does is, you will see now, select it and click on next. So it will take you to another page where it will give you I think later on we will have to be including this given the new tax regimes, but you can always click on skip. So how much do I want to fund with? Let's say 2,500, right? Let's say, okay, I want to fund for 3 days since I'm using the ad budget of 1.5 per day, right? So it will be 30,000. Next. Now you will see it will take me to a new page, and it will give me a Nigerian bank that I can actually transfer to. That is why I'm always recommending this. So you can see open. If I open this, I don't want to open it because I feel like I'll be using their server anyhow. I'm not planning on making any, but you will see it will just give me a bank transfer, and then you do the transfer like you normally do any transfer. This again, just try. You can see here 30,000 for 2 days. So I will just send to this account number, this bank name, and so on. So once you do that, you are done with your ad setup. You are completely done with your ad setup. Now I'm going to, before I show you the landing page, if you are going to be using landing page, I'm just going to duplicate this. Okay, duplicating means having a copy of a folder. So having a copy of whatever you created. So you can duplicate an ad, you can duplicate an ad set, you can duplicate a campaign. You understand how this thing. So if you duplicate an ad set, it will also be under the same campaign. If you duplicate an ad, it will also be under the same ad set and under the same I think you understand. If you duplicate a campaign, it will just be under your ad accounts, nothing. So I'm just going to do quickly duplicate. So I can't cover everything that comes with setting up ads, but I have covered what you need to run it. That is it. So let me just duplicate original setup. So I'm duplicating this campaign now so that I can show you, if you are using landing page, this is how you set up the ad. So you follow every single thing that we've done before. The only difference is that if you remember where we selected conversion location, instead of selecting messaging apps, you select websites, and then you now add the link in your ad. I will do that right now so you see. That's the only difference. So you can see this conversion location, you just change it to websites. No, sorry. Oh, sorry. That was the wrong, not website and anything. That was the wrong thing to select. Just website. It is just below it. You can see website. Do I have to reduce this thing again? It is not. I don't know why it is doing that. So it should pop up now. Yes, single. Okay, so look at this. Okay, sorry, it has. So look at this website. That's all, and I'm done. Okay. That's all. Okay, believe. Okay, so now once you change it to website, you are not changing any other thing. Every other thing remains the same. You follow the step like I said. Then you go to the ad. In the ad, the only thing you do is that since you've changed it to website, it will ask you for 2 things. Also, always remove this one. Regardless, remove the multi-advertiser ads, right? Okay, so here you also set up your creative the same way you set up now. Okay, So include, okay, so you also need so the thing about landing page as well is that you need to have two other things. Those two things are called pixels, and I think right now, if you are, no, this, I'm not running any event, this is optional. So the pixel, where is that website? Where do I put? So I'm just showing you where you put your website. This is it. Look at this. This is it. So this is where you paste your landing page link. So it can be www. If you remember when we were talking about landing page, so that website that you created, it will have a link for sure. So you just put the link, and then that is it. That's it. So for the tracking, this is always this is something that you can do. Look at this. Without a pixel, you can only track when someone loads the, so it's something advanced. It's an advanced method when you are using landing page. So what a pixel does is just that it allows you to know the type of people that are clicking, like if people are clicking, how many people are clicking when they come to the ad, what's the percentage, so you can know that, okay, is it my landing page that has issue, or the ad, is it this text that I put as the headline, is it this, it is an advanced method of scaling, and that is what it does. So it helps you spend your money more wisely when you have a landing page. So it's quite easy to set up, but it depends on the type of landing page that you are using as well. But that is it. I think we are done with the ad setup now. I've done everything from the beginning of a Facebook account to publishing. I even touched Facebook business portfolio and how we use everything that we have. So tomorrow will be about closing, and I think I've taken a lot of time already today, a whole lot of time. So let me go back. Okay, I want to show you an example of a landing page. So an example of how a landing page can look like. Now, a landing page, what I usually recommend for products like yours to clients, and I'm sure what I'm saying now, not everybody will hear it, but it's the truth. What I usually recommend for products that are like 60, 70k is that you don't run a landing page saying this is the price or asking for money immediately. You don't, because there's a lot of scammers, especially since this thing is 50,000, 70,000. I don't recommend it at all. I recommend having, whether the when you run the ad, the landing page is not saying the price, it's saying they should come to the DM. You can put the price, but you can say that to get more information, the WhatsApp. So this is a short example of a landing page. I just popped it up just now. Yeah, so this is a short example, and you can just tell it's giving more information before anyone even comes to the DM. So and with that, I think we can now go back to our original discussion. I think I've showed you everything. We've done this campaign creation, we use sales objective, I've showed you manual funding, I've shown you everything needed for you to set up an ad on PC for demo 1. So tonight's homework is for you to follow every step I did here. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I talked about this already, which is that conversion location, and then URL destination, the call to action. Everything else is identical. We talked about this already. And then what I want to tell, if you don't take anything from this session, don't use Boost Post, especially with the fact that you can manage and create your ad campaigns on your phone. So please don't use Boost Post. Thank you so much. So this is just a comparison so that you can tell that you will see that when you watch the video, if you are watching for phone, you will see the difference in options. Then tonight's homework, follow every step I did here to set up your own campaign. So whether you use PC or mobile, just make sure you have your campaign or your ad live to the group or DM. Now, these are common issues that you can have. So you should always use manual bank transfer to avoid card issues. If your ad gets rejected, just create another ad. Tell AI that if you go back to the first chart where we generated our prompt, say your ad was rejected, so and so, create it again. You should tell it, if you can't find business manager, these are the two options. You either go to business.facebook.com or you use sign in with personal account. And the fourth issue is we are stuck in review for 24 plus hours. It is normal for first time, but be patient. Don't create duplicates. Wait to get whether approved or rejected first. And if you are confused, just rewatch this video, and you can always use AI troubleshooting prompt, which is part of your Google Drive. Now, this is your assignment. So so if you want a landing page, if you want to use a landing page, just send this exact same message to my number. I want landing page, my budget is so and so, my phone number is 09036677708, 366 77708. You already have access to it, but just in case someone you don't want to go back to the WhatsApp, that's why I just call that again. And then I'll send you the right tutorial on discussion for your budget for free. And then the tutorial, that's what I'm saying, I'll send for free. If you, of course, I'm not saying I'll build it for you for free, because I have to pay the tools I will use. Then rewatch the 3, attempt your first Facebook ad setup, start with your ad budget, and yeah, you are all set. You are all set for day 3. I don't want to go further. I want you to just try with everything you've learned today, and tomorrow we'll talk about what happens after someone clicks your ad. So you already know how the Facebook business ads connect, assets connect, the 2 ad destination paths. You have the ad campaign setup, you have the manual funding method, you have the objective for quality prospects, you have PC requirements if you want to use a PC. Now the next steps, if you want a landing page, create your campaign, follow the guides, submit your ad. Very, very simple. So tomorrow, before we talked about tomorrow, please rate today's class on a scale of 1 to 10 in the, and drop the your comments, your over 1 to 1 over 10, so that I know the people that watch this to the end without skipping. So please and please drop your ratings in the group chat, and then so that I will know the people that follow this. And then tomorrow we'll talk about Google Marketplace, also in this sense I mean Google Business Profile actually, and closing systems, because now we've built our offer, we've built our video ad, we've set up our campaign, and that will be all. Have a lovely rest of the night, and yes, I wish you the very best.